Hi, AP Lang. Welcome back to school, and welcome to the best class that you are going to have, AP English 11. First, let me tell you a little bit about myself. This is me. Those pictures are a little goofy. This is my 28th year in Baltimore County Public Schools. I have taught everything from 6th grade all the way up through the college level. Taught 6th grade reading. I've taught every level, GT, standard, everything. This is my 9th year here at Perry Hall High School. I am the department chair. I also teach graduate classes for Loyola University. I recently just re-upped, I guess you could say, my national board certification, and I have had that. I've been a nationally board certified teacher for 21 years. My AP scores and pass rates are phenomenal. So if you're taking my advice, I promise you are going to do great on this exam. I'm also an avid reader. So if you love to read, ask me for book recommendations. I have many for you. Those two other people on this screen, this is my oldest daughter, Misha. She is going into 10th grade at Hereford High School. And this is my youngest daughter, Marin. She's going into 8th grade at Hereford Middle. And my husband didn't get a picture up here, but he's here. He's a guy that does sales, travels for Cintas. So there's a little bit about me, and I'm going to find out a little bit about you. There's different ways that you can communicate with me. Schoology messages are going to be easiest because then we can just keep track it back and forth. I can also use something called talking points, which is something that I can send directly to your phone, your parents' phone, if you want reminders that way. Parents, we're going to use Schoology to communicate progress and grades, so please make sure that you are logging in every once in a while and checking on the grades. That's the easiest way to see how your child is doing. And finally, if you need to talk to me about something, just send me an email. I am very much available. cturner@bcps.org. First, this year, we're going to keep it very demure, very cutesy, very respectful. So what do I mean? We are actually going to look at what student behaviors look like when it comes to tradition, pride, and excellence. You'll end up going over this with your first teacher. So you can, I'm not going to read this to you. Please feel free to pause the video if you would like to read through it. There's definitely things in here that's going to be about getting yourself to class on time, getting to school on time, because we need to make sure that we are growing academically and socially. So take a look at these. Again, this is something you're going to go over on Wednesday in your first advisory, which is going to be called Gatorade. Finally, here are some expectations, and I need this, we're starting this on day one. Cell phones need to be off and away. I also will have a cell phone box. If I see your cell phone, it will be stored in the cell phone box. Because it is the most distracting thing to you. So please, if you don't have one, meaning I have never seen your cell phone and you keep it in your bag and it's not distracting to you, then I will never collect it. But if it's distracting, it's going in the cell phone box. Last year, a lot of people started bringing in their personal devices, which was kind of cool, but we can't use those because we have to use the BCPS issued device. I know we can complain and say they're sucky and they're horrible and they're all this, but we are going to need to use the BCPS issued device. That way, if I need to problem solve, I can quickly problem solve on the device. So please make sure that comes in. If you don't bring your device, we are going to do most things electronically because our test is electronic. But if you don't bring your device, what will end up happening is I will need to give you pencil paper copy. My goals for you and for all of us together is that we become better thinkers. I'm not going to tell you what to think, but I will tell you ways to get to what you want to think about. We're going to definitely become better readers because we are going to read a lot. And you're going to become a much better writer because this is a language composition class. So you'll become a better writer. And I hope that you become a better person. Because if we're thinking about these and thinking about different viewpoints, we're thinking also about how to become a better person in the world. If you haven't had a chance to join AP Classroom, you can just type in AP Classroom, and then it's going to ask you for a join code. Make sure you know which section of mine you're in, and then you can type in this join code and you will be into AP Classroom. We will use it frequently. If you're someone who is going to take the exam, and I would suggest that everybody does, because it will tell you how ready you are for a college class. It will take place on May 14th at 8 a.m. It is 4 different assignments that you do over a 2-hour and 15-minute, or I'm sorry, 3-hour and 15-minute time period. You take a multiple choice and then you write 3 essays. I will tell you that every single person who took the exam for my class felt extremely ready, because we do a lot of, I don't want to say it's test prep, because writing is writing, and this exam is writing. So it's all things that are going to help you not only on the exam, but when you get out of, when you leave Perry Hall High School and you go on to college. And I will teach this class as a college level class. Independent reading, it is, you can see this, you have to be reading every day. If you're only reading 2 minutes of every day, notice you're down here. You're probably not, if you were taking a reading test, you're not going to do so well. The biggest thing that people struggle with when they get to college is the level of reading that they have to do. If we work on that level of reading now, you will be ready. So the majority of our homework is going to be reading, because we need to constantly be reading. Grading. This is something set up in BCPS. I can't change it, meaning that your minor is going to be 70, your major's 30. Every quarter counts as 20% of the final grade. For us, every quarter is going to count as 25%, because we don't have a final exam, because this is an AP class. If you are absent, you will be allowed to make up the work, but I'm going to look and check that you have an excused absence note, because there have to be excuses for being absent to get the work. There are definitely going to be upgrade opportunities as well, so don't feel like you're going to get stuck with something. You'll be fine. Some important dates. First day of school, please be here on the August 26th. Labor Day on September 2nd, no school. October 3rd, no school for students. October 18th, the school is closed. And then the 31st, Halloween, is a half day. And it's the end of the first quarter. Woohoo! If you have questions for me, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, here are the ways that you can reach out. Send me a Schoology message, send me an email. I apologize for not being here, but I think you probably would get more from this video anyway than if you stopped in. Again, questions, concerns, email me. This is going to be a fantastic year. So I'm so happy to be here with you, AP Lang. See you soon.